Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Rashawn427, and actually today, what I'm actually going to be doing is my Extreme Rules 2022 predictions. Now, this is actually for Extreme Rules 2022, and I'm actually super excited for this pay-per-view. And, I'm actually going to be at this pay-per-view, and I'm actually doing a vlog. I'm doing a review, and probably upload just some more stuff for this pay-per-view. So I'm actually going to be there, so it'll be full coverage of it. Definitely coming up this weekend, since it's actually taking place October 8th. On a Saturday. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. And even if I wasn't going to the show, I still be super excited for it because it actually looking like a really good card. I just hope they add more matches to it. Yeah, so it takes place October 8th, 2022 from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is my hometown, Wells Fargo Center. So let's actually get into the actual card. And so actually on this card, there's only actually 6 matches. If I had to say any matches they'll add, I mean, I don't really know if they'll add anything else. It seems like this is it, but we still got one more week of television left, so they'll probably add like 1, maybe 2 matches. I'd definitely say 1 more match they'll definitely add. But let's actually start out with the newest match added, and this is a very interesting match because I believe we actually already got the 6-man tag on Smackdown. I'm pretty sure, but it's the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch versus Imperium, Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. I'm going to be honest, I know about the Brawling Brutes. I used to watch Pete Dunne. Sheamus is great. I always love Sheamus. But Imperium, I really don't know about them because I believe they were at NXT or something. And that's when I completely just tuned out of NXT at the time. Or NXT UK, something like that. But this is a 6-man tag team match. Good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. I have no idea what this is. And I heard that there's going to be like a bunch of weapons around a match. Just basically another version for Extreme Rules match. It'll probably be like I don't know if it'll be Tornado Tag or they have tag in. I'm assuming Tornado Tag. That's what I'm guessing and stuff. So it'll be very interesting. And I definitely have the Brawling Brutes actually picking up the victory since Gunther actually beat Sheamus at the last pay-per-view. I definitely had them picking up the victory. But it could go either way because Gunther is the Intercontinental Champion. Which I thought they were just going to do a one-on-one match, like a stipulation between Gunther and Sheamus, but they're actually doing this, which I think this would be a really good match, a really fun match. I think that this could definitely kick off the show. They probably will kick off the show if it's not a tag team match. I don't know if they're actually doing a pre-show on this. I definitely think that this is the main card right here, and they might add some to the pre-show, but I definitely got the Brawling Brutes actually picking up the victory. And actually moving on to the next match, I actually have Edge versus Finn Balor, and this is actually the I Quit match. And we actually got an I Quit match earlier on in the year. I believe it was Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. And this is Edge versus Finn Balor. Now this is very interesting. So they talking about they about to push Finn Balor to the moon. He about to get a huge push. And it's kind of, you can't really do that if he says I quit. Now Edge, he's a face. Now usually I quit matches. I know Mick Foley didn't say I quit. That was a screw job or whatever. But usually faces don't say I quit. So you would think Finn Balor will be losing. That's just the thing. But they could do something with Beth Phoenix. They could do the Mick Foley with the video recording. But I mean, I don't know. If they're about to push Finn Balor will have to win. And then they just lost at Clash at the Castle. So you're gonna have them lose again. So this is going to be very interesting. It's very interesting. I think they have to find a very interesting way for Edge to say I quit. I mean, Finn Balor could just say I quit and just leave it alone. But if you're about to push him, can't really do that. But I'm going to go with Edge because I mean, I know that, but I'm just going to stick with Edge because I just can't see Edge saying I quit. I mean, if Beth Phoenix comes out and they're about to do something to her, then I guess he says I quit. But then that still makes Edge look kind of bad. I mean, I think this is a bad stipulation for this type of match because neither of these guys should be saying I quit, to be honest. But I'm just gonna go with Edge. That's just my pick for this match. Is I quit match. We're just gonna go with Edge because I mean they still could push Finn Balor after he says I quit, but just like, yeah, I just think that's a bad stipulation. Just to me personally, I think that's a bad stipulation. I'm gonna go with Edge picking up the victory. And then you have Bianca Belair versus Bayley in a ladder match. Now this is very interesting because a lot of people were speculating that Bianca Belair is going to hold the title all the way to WrestleMania, which she could lose it and win it back and then still walk into WrestleMania. They definitely want to walk into WrestleMania as the champion. But I think that this would be the perfect time to put the title on Bayley. That's just what I think. I think this would be the perfect time to put the title on Bayley. Like, her tag team partners are champions. It would look great if she's the champion as well. But then, I mean, does Bianca Belair really need a champ? I feel like Bayley needs it because Bayley just came back. And I think they would look great with all three of them as champions. And it's a ladder match, so Bianca Belair isn't being pinned. Even though I saw it, wasn't she just pinned at Clash of the Castle, which I thought that she should not have been pinned. That's stupid. But, and she doesn't have to be pinned to actually lose it. They could do a screwjob fashion where like Damage Control actually comes out and they screw Bianca Belair at the championship. I'm gonna go with Bayley. I think that she needs this way more than Bianca Belair. And if you want her as the champion, just give it back to her. I mean, they could want her with a long title reign. I don't feel like, I heard some people saying like, you know, Bianca Belair is getting tired as the champion. I don't feel like that. I just feel like this is Bayley's time to actually win the women's championship. I think that she should really get it because I think that she needs it way more than Bianca Belair. That's just me personally. I don't know how other people feel about it. I think that that's definitely should happen. Moving on to my next match, we actually have a strap match, which is actually Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross. This is another very interesting match type for the strap match. I think this would be a really good match. This can go either way because Drew McIntyre just lost to Roman Reigns, so he does need to get that momentum back up, since I think he's going to fight Roman Reigns again at the Royal Rumble or another big pay-per-view. That's just what I believe that he's going to do. Then you have Karrion Kross, who actually just came and kind of needs to win as well. So, I mean, this can go either way. But, I mean, I think that this is a start off to... And then I think that you have Bray Wyatt as well, which I think Bray Wyatt is going to have something to do with this match. So you know what? I'm going to go with Karrion Kross picking up the victory inside this match. That's just my personal opinion. I think Drew McIntyre could win, but I think Karrion Kross definitely needs this way more than Drew McIntyre because I think they want to build him up as a star. And another thing is, so I'm talking about Drew McIntyre being an opponent. I think Karrion Kross versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble will be a huge match. I think Karrion Kross versus Crown Jewel, they actually want what they want, but I feel like that would have been a huge match. But I feel like that can be a huge match at the Royal Rumble. And if you have Karrion Kross picking up momentum up into the Royal Rumble, even though we know Karrion Kross is going to lose, but I feel like that's fresh. Because we've already seen, like, all the guys who they've said Roman Reigns can fight at these big shows, they fought, like, even AJ Styles. I know it's been years, but he's already fought him. But Roman Reigns has never fought Karrion Kross, and he actually set it up on that episode of Raw. We had the hourglass. So I think Karrion Kross is going to pick up the victory in this match. I think Bray Wyatt is going to have something to do with this match right here. Now this match is kind of, now these two last matches, I heard rumors about both of these being the main event. I don't know which one is actually going to be the main event, but I'm going to go with this match first. Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. Extreme Rules match for the WWE Women's Championship. Now, a lot of people think this is going to be the main event because it is the Extreme Rules match. And it could be the main event. But then I'm hearing rumors about the last match I'm going to talk about. So I don't really know what's going to be the main event. I think the last match I'm going to talk about is going to be the main event just because who they put as a special guest referee. But we'll actually have to see during the show. But Extreme Rules match for the Smackdown Women's Championship. Now, this is another way that it go either way. Now, a lot of people don't want Liv Morgan as the champion because they feel like that she doesn't make sense against Ronda Rousey, which, I mean, you had Daniel Bryan facing Brock Lesnar. That doesn't really make sense. But, I mean, the way Ronda Rousey lost at SummerSlam didn't really hurt her at all, to be honest. Liv Morgan beat Shayna Baszler, but she's just as legit as Ronda Rousey. And this is a stipulation match. So, I feel like if you have Liv Morgan lose, it kind of makes her look bad because it proves that she can't beat Ronda Rousey, which maybe that's what you want to tell. But then Liv Morgan is supposed to be the face in this. So it's kind of interesting just to see the way they're going to do this. Because the way they booked that SummerSlam, it should have never been booked that way anyway. I guess there was no other way for her to be booked. But this is a stipulation match, so you could get a way around it. But I think Liv Morgan is actually going to retain. That's just what I believe personally, that Liv Morgan is actually going to retain. Something I noticed, you only have 2 title matches on this show. And that's it. But I got Liv Morgan retaining. I don't know what way they actually going to have her do that. But I feel like if Liv Morgan loses, I mean, I believe that makes her look bad. Because it's like, you just prove that you can't beat Ronda Rousey. You prove that you're not really a main eventer. Because, I mean, her first title event was to get Ronda Rousey. She really didn't win that match. She beat Shayna Baszler in the middle of the ring, which I was really surprised the way they booked that she actually beat her in the middle of the ring. But I got Liv Morgan actually picking up the victory because I feel like she needs a little more time with this title run. And I feel like Ronda Rousey, they can extend this storyline even more. to keep it going. Or I mean, they could have Ronda Rousey just beat her straight up in the middle of the ring. But I don't think that's the way it's gonna happen. Especially if it's gonna be the main event. I got Liv Morgan picking up the victory. I guess it's gonna be. I mean, that can go the way, but I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan actually picked up the victory. Now this last match, I don't know if this or the SmackDown Women's Championship is gonna be the main event. But let's talk about this match. Matt Riddle versus Seth Freakin Rollins in a fight pit match. Daniel Cormier will be the special guest referee. There's a lot of talk about Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock going to do that. They didn't want him. Maybe they already knew they were going to have Daniel Cormier, which of course we picked Daniel Cormier over Ken Shamrock. Now with this match, I think Matt Riddle is absolutely picking up the victory. I think this is probably the most certain match on the card. Because the rest of these can go either way, to be honest. But I think this is the most certain match on the card. Like, this is 100% Matt Riddle's picking up. I'll be shocked if Matt Riddle does not pick up the victory. Since Seth Rollins definitely won. A lot of people thought that Matt Riddle was probably going to pick up the victory last time. But then Seth Rollins, I think the only reason Seth Rollins won at Clash at the Castle was because he lost so many pay-per-view matches. Now, with this one, I think Matt Riddle is absolutely picking up the victory. This is his match, fight pit match. Now, I actually went back and out because I don't watch NXT. And all the fight pit matches have been on NXT. I believe, I don't know what they called the Ken Shamrock and about Shane McMahon, Owen Hart one back in the day. Now, this is actually on the ring. I thought it was over to the side or something. So, they're very interesting just seeing this in person, see the way it is. Since this is probably going to be the main event. And I'm just very interested to see what they actually do with this. And I'm very excited to see this match. And I think this will be a really, really great match. I think every match on this card has the potential to be great. They have the potential to be. I think the best match, and I'm going with the fight pit match as the best match on the card. But yeah, I'm super excited for all these matches. I really I'm basically, super hyped for this, and I think that this will be a really, really great show. Probably one of the best shows, since this is the first pay-per-view actually I've been to. I mean, NXT TakeOver don't really count as a pay-per-view. I went to NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, so that doesn't really count as a pay-per-view. But yeah, this will be the first ever pay-per-view that I actually ever been to. I only been to Raws and Smackdowns and stuff like that. So I'm super excited to see what they actually do this. I'm super excited to see what they actually do with this pay-per-view. Hope more matches get added so I can see Austin Theory, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, people like that. That's just what I hope. That's the only thing that's missing from this card. But yeah, tell me what you think about this show inside the comment section below. Tell me your predictions for this show. I'm super excited for it. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.